Hi everybody, I'm Jade from Frozen Crown. Welcome to the track-by-track video of our new album War Hearts. Check out our website frozencrown.net for signed, limited versions of our album and exclusive merch.
Also catch us on the road next spring for our very first headlining tour with Fellowship and Lutaro as special guests.
Let's start with the first song, which is also the title track.
So War Hearts to me is like the newest version of Never Ending, but also Far Beyond, because the intro has got all these lead guitar parts that reminds me of those songs. And also this was the first solo I wrote for this album a lot of time ago.
I was already happy to be part of Frozen Crown, but no, I was actually writing and recording my own parts on an album released worldwide in just 18. It was unbelievable.
War Hearts was the song where all 6 members should actually shine. And of course, for the first time ever, Alessia was going to make her appearance. So for that reason, her solo is actually the first one you can listen in the whole song.
I worked a lot on the interpretation, maybe more than any other song ever, to make it sound as I wish to. This because the lyrics are the part I'm most linked to. You can find our typical battle-based metaphors to transmit a message of positive motivation. Battles are the challenges we have to face every day. But there is also a message of brotherhood and friendship, working on a common goal with people who have the same dreams and ideals that we have. That makes me think about my relationship with my bandmates in sentences like siblings I have never met before or burning hearts together beating as one. Somehow this song is about us.
This song was meant to be a statement. It goes really fast, it's very aggressive but also very melodic. It has got everything right at the beginning. The chorus is there, and then all these intricate guitar leads are there. Alessia and Sheena together. Hey guys, this is our new lineup. This is our new incarnation. So that's what the song was meant to say.
This song was previously called Strangers, but fun fact, that is actually a song from the latest Nocturne album. So I guess we changed something from the two bands.
Steel and Gold is one of my favorite tracks out of our new album War Hearts, and I think it's really representative of our new sound for a lot of reasons. First of all, I love the melody line over the chorus chords progression, in which I participated during the songwriting, because I remember when we were writing the drum parts but also the arrangement of the songs, Federico asked me about a suggestion about the last chorus on the chorus. And I remember I sat on the piano and I tried to sing the melody while playing the chords and tried to find something a bit different. I found something that I liked, and I made Federico listen to this, and he said, yes, it's cool. So I'm happy and proud to be part of the songwriting process during this song, besides the drums arrangement, of course.
Steel and Gold was inspired by a lot of things from our past. You can listen to some hammerfall in the guitar riffs. Somehow that song reminds me of the song Freedom Call by Freedom Call. You can listen to Angra, Nothing to Say, in the verses. We aren't actually hiding our influences. We're actually making them even more explicit. And that's the case when we use the Never Surrender line.
I really love the solo section and all the stops and go, and how the snare is gravitating in different ways.
Steel and Gold is actually a song that's packed with the references to other media. You have got some speech from Conan the Barbarian, you have got the reference to Lady Hawk, the movie, for example, also to Celtic Frost, Circle of the Tyrants. And this is not the first time we actually make references to Celtic Frost. There are some Sonata Arctica lyrics here and there, you know, Wolf and Raven, of course, the clearer one. This is a song about contrast, so you know, Wolf, Raven, King and Knight, Master and Servant, Crown and Sword. And here comes again the Celtic Frost reference. There's all this duality going, you know. Steel and Gold pretty much represents Frozen Crown as a band, the duality between Jade's vocal and my vocals, the duality between old people and young people. You know, old people have got silvery hair.
And I think the chorus from To Live to Die is one of my favorites from this album.
I love this song because it immediately puts me in a good mood, it irradiates positive vibes and energy all around, and it makes my day better if I'm feeling down. Writing it, giving it its final shape and recording it has been very natural to me.
The funny thing is that we are used to listen to the songs in the demo version. So after the recording, it's very hard to unlisten the previous stuff recorded. Anche questo finiva. So, also, To Live to Die is one of those songs where my solo was ending with a double bending, and also in this case was so right now it's one bending, and before it was
E certo, perché tu ce l'hai con sti
Of course, this is one of the songs that represents me the most in this album, straightforward and energetic. As for the melodies, likewise for the lyrics, motivational and passionate. Our deeds make us who we are, and we can learn from our mistakes, building every day a better version of ourselves.
I was telling Fabiola that Night of the Wolf, now you're out of focus. Oh! That the song Night of the Wolf, I started from the lyrics because I'm a big fan of Jack London, The Call of the Wild, Zanna Bianca, Il richiamo della foresta. That's also why I have a band that is called Be the Wolf, actually.
Adesso ho zoomato su
But I don't know why, I've always associated Fabiola with the image of a wolf. I don't know why. Maybe because that's because when we filmed The Water Dancer, I don't know, you felt very similar to the wolves that were in that video. I don't know, it's also maybe because your hair is very...
Which is grey also.
No, grey, it's like a mane, ecco perché you go out of focus because I put my hand in. But also, maybe because when we filmed Call of the North, you had got this kind of pelt.
Yes.
And
yes.
I don't know,
Yes.
and the wind was giving you quite a wolf-like appearance. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, this song is very close to my heart because I remember one day I received a message from Federico. This is starting like the track by track from Winterbane.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Same thing.
I received this message from Federico. He was like singing. Or maybe it was like a synth stuff of a folk riff melody. It was like, since you like folk stuff, he sent me some references and said, go and play something with the guitar over it. He also told me to write a solo from this song, and I didn't have the song. I mean, I was starting from the solo. He told me, go do whatever, write your parts also for the rhythm. It was a nice experience to me because I had time to properly think of a solo from the start to an end. Is something fluent. But I remember I wrote something starting from the melody he sent me. Dun, 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 dun. And then at night I was always thinking about that. I was thinking about, I have to make some dun, 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 dun. So I had this orchestra in my mind. I can sing every single part of an orchestra, but I remember putting on the tab the name of the parts. This is like a melodic part. Then I also don't know how to play drums. I only know like tupa 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 or patu 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 oppure ta 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 ta. So I wrote on the tab because I wanted the part to be so I wrote so the whole part of the solo is actually by me, so I am very proud of that. And also every time I listen to the song I have I must go back to the start of the solo and listen to it again because I really love it.
On Night of the Wolf, I just played the outro after Fabiola's solo. That part is really reminding me of the central part of the Shield Maiden intro. This album is also a celebration of past Frozen Crown music, and I loved this reference to that old song we still play live nowadays.
My bond with this song is unique because it has been one of the first we composed for the album and of course the one I contributed the most on writing the vocal lines. I wanted to give it some darker vibes, a gothic touch that it's part of me, like I did in songs like Unspoken and Blood on the Snow from our previous albums. I wanted the verses to be more melancholic, going on with a crescendo on the bridge and exploding in a powerful chorus, filled with positive vibes as the usual Frozen Crown trademark.
On Several Wings, vocal lines were pretty much written by Jade, except for the first part of the chorus. Part was actually written by me, and the only thing I was able to sing over that part when writing the chorus was actually On Broken Wings by Europe. Then the melody was changed a little, even if it maintained the same pace. The same metric, but the title somehow remained, closer to the original one. As I said before, we love to actually make our references clearer to the listener. I think I'm extremely proud of the middle riff, of the bridge riff. That's probably my favorite part in the entire album. A riff I love to play and I will love to play that live. I would like to actually clone myself to be able to play both the rhythm part and the lead part because that's really my favorite part in the entire album.
Hi. One of my favorite songs from the album War Hearts is Edge of Reality. This is a fast song with a machine gun attitude for the rhythmic section and a lot of guitars. And I love guitars, and then that's so good to listen, even very funny to record it. Nothing to say about the bass because it's common played with a standard tuning, this one. And it has a lot of chorus, but ovviamente no.
As you may already know, one of the themes we talk the most in our lyrics is the passing of time. In this song, we took inspiration from the Highlander saga. We are not living forever, but every one of us can experience the painful sensation of losing our beloved one and still being here and have to go on with our life. In the end, we strongly nourish the hope to meet each other on the other side, and this gives us the hope to go on with our everyday life by thinking that no one is really lost. I really love the melodies and the vocal range. For me, it is somehow like the Shield Maiden and Forever. It belongs to the kind of powerful, anthemic and speedy songs which I like to sing the most.
Edge of Reality is a song I'm really attached to. I remember we were in the studio and I really had no idea about what solos to play. I had written some parts, but they weren't so good. I was just there with Fede, noodling around with my guitar, and without telling me, he started recording. That's how my solos of the song were born. Totally randomly and spontaneously.
Edge of Reality is the last solo I wrote, and I'm so proud of it, also because it took me quite a short time to do it. It was maybe a day before recording. The funny thing is that Federico didn't like the way a couple of my solos were ending, because this one in particular was ending with a bending, but it was like pew-wee.
It was a double bending up.
So you have to imagine that solo ending with a pew-wee. Right now I can't listen to that solo without thinking of that.
Oh, what can I say about Bloodlines? Bloodlines draws inspiration from Lost Boys with Kiefer Sutherland. I was very young and I was very much into comics. It was probably something, some Spider-Man. And on the back, you usually had got like the advertising for a movie or another comic. And I remember this photo of Kiefer Sutherland with this mullet, blonde mullet with this feather earring, whatever. And it reminded like a badass James Hetfield or something. It was so cool. And As a young kid, I was like, oh my god, who's this guy? I became obsessed with this guy. I really wanted to have a mullet myself and to be blonde like him. I remember I begged my father to actually make me able to know what this movie was about. That's the reason why that song is so 80s inspired, and because it has got that same sound. I would consider that song like a training song, like I did, for example, with my band U.D.O in the song Stallone. This is not random because I love that song so much that I actually took that guitar solo, the guitar solo from Stallone, and I just played it a little differently in this song. So lyrically wise, it has got strong references to Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines, which was actually the video game I pretty much learned English with. The poor English I know today, but also to Soul River, Legacy of Kain, Soul River, which is actually probably one of the most epic and beautiful and best written video game ever, with also one of the most badass soundtrack ever.
Bloodlines, maybe this is the first song we start to write with Federico in the beginning of the year. And with this song and many other songs from the album, I decided to use baritone strings on my bass, even for take some low frequencies more present with a Logic guitar. This isn't common. you have to play a lot low, and so. But Bloodlines is reminds me something from 80s and the end of 90s in the golden era of power metal. Then it's very fun. So I am nostalgic about this kind of my life, your life too.
I'm always happy to share lead parts with Federico because I love his voice. Vocally, I worked on a lower vocal line, exploring my warmer range. For me, this song is the natural sequel of I Am the Tyrant, both from the lyric side and for the anthemic pace.
I love how it starts with a great riff and the drum fills in response of it, also because of his groovy attitude that it's not so common in Frozen Crown songs. I remember Black Heart as this song and also I Am the Tyrant. In fact, this song, I Am the Wind, it also features the return of the Tyrant. Another cool thing about this song is how the melody develops in the second chorus. I really love how Federico sings in the higher notes, a special part out of the chorus.
I Am the Wind is a song, it's a headbanging tune, maybe it will be part of our set list in the future, maybe. But because it's a nice song with no so compromises and a lot of giant riff, giant footsteps and guitars, and then a lot of speed ups and running through an epic chorus. This song is a banger.
I Am the Wind is, I think, my favorite so far.
So in the end, Napalm was right.
Yes,
Yeah.
Napalm was right.
Yeah, because we weren't big fans of the song, right?
I am a big fan. Of
You
the
were
song.
from the
Yes.
very beginning.
Yes, because also when we were filming the video clip, I was always singing that song. Also at home, I was always singing that song. So I think that's the best one. Easy, but the best one for this album.
Perfect. So you agree with Napalm Records, actually?
Yes.
In conclusion, I would like to talk about Ice Dragon. You have to listen to Ice Dragon starting from his open air track that is called King of the Sky, because that song contains all of the main themes that are then developed. I remember that King of the Sky was sent me by Federico when we were coming back from the U.D.O tour in Scandinavia, and I listened that and I said, oh yes, that's really cool, because it has great harmonies and how the sections are really linked. It's cool. I love them. And then when I heard the full band track with the guitars and the bass arrangement, I said, oh yes, now the drums is already in my mind. I already knew it, how to play it, without just trying to figure out what to do. I just sat on the drums, put the earphones and say, okay, let's do this. And I played rec for the demo. Sent it to Federico and he said, oh yes,
King of the Sky is actually the prelude to Ice Dragon. It's just Ice Dragon in a nutshell, pretty much. Nothing really special to say about that, except for the fact that the final part, the neoclassical part, was actually written by Niso. And that part was then later also brought to Ice Dragon and played with guitar and rearranged to become somehow the bridge of that song.
Ice Dragon is special to me because it also contains my first musical material ever written for Frozen Crown. A fast triplet riff with the guitar that then Federica arranged more or less during the half of the song. And so I'm proud of that and I enjoyed it.
What can I say about Ice Dragon? I mean, you should just listen to the song and read the lyrics because it's everything there. It's a song that pretty much talks about our entire history, about our entire philosophy, lyrically wise, to the point it literally has got a reference to Winterfall, to our song from Crowned in Frost. That's of course also meant to be somehow a wink to our old-time fans. Of course, we already had got a lot of messages from people actually being able to caught that reference. So that's really amazing. That's really cool, you know. Lyrically wise, the song talks about the metamorphosis. This is the final metamorphosis, you know. This is also a reference to Thomas Harris and the Red Dragon concept, you know. But this time, you know, we are Frozen Crown, so our dragon is actually ice cold. This song is also tied to Blood on the Snow and also to Crowned in Frost, the title track, and to Winterfall. That's also the reason behind the reference. Oh yeah, also Night of the Wolf is part of this story, lyrically wise. This has to do with the fact that when I was a young kid, I was obsessed with vampires, as I said, but also with werewolves. And I remember this movie called Waxwork, which was supposed to be like a funny movie, but actually it was really scary for me. And one of the most ugly and no-sense things was this man actually becoming a werewolf, having his skin like broken, like the werewolf was inside the man somehow. I mean, it was not like, you know, I'm a man, my hair is actually growing up and I'm becoming a werewolf. No, it was like, I'm a man and my skin is literally getting, you know, exploding to make a wolf come from the inside. That was really weird, but that somehow inspired me. This metamorphosis thing expressed through some sort of skin change. And that's also the reason behind Blood on the Snow. I mean, the Blood on the Snow title is actually making reference to some blood left there as proof of humanity lost, as we say in the lyrics. Like someone had to free himself from his own skin and leave that on the snow, and that blood there is proof of this metamorphosis.
So I really enjoyed the writing process of this album. It was natural and easy, and I think this one is one special album for me. Bye. Thanks for watching.
So I hope you enjoyed this video, but I hope you are enjoying the album more. Let us know your favorite song in a comment below. Remember to put a like and subscribe and to join our channel to keep having fun with us. See you on the road. Bye!